it was the mile run.
It was the 1 mile run.
No.
Yeah.
But
And you have those things that happen. Like, you know, people, some of our workouts, and they are hard. They can be challenging. But you go in with like this mental barrier. Like I'm a person who I really don't like to run so much. But if there's a challenge on a day where I have to run 28 minutes as quick as I can, I just say to myself, okay, this is a barrier for me. I have to do it. And once I finish, it's always the best feeling ever.
Yes.
You know, because you've broken through a barrier that you always tell yourself, I can't do this. I don't want to do it.
And that's exactly what happened to me that first time. I went in, I did the mile, and I'm like, wow, like I didn't do as bad as I thought I did. And then we get to record our scores. And then next time it comes around, you can see if you beat your score. And again, challenging yourself every time. So I kind of went through that mental barrier, and I was like, oh, I really don't want to go. I really don't want to run. But I went, I did it anyway, and I felt really good after it.
And you found out you did. You did great. And that's the great thing about Orange Theory is that we do help you set your own personal goals with benchmarks, with challenge tracking, all of your results, so that when you're seeing yourself a month from now, 3 months from now, 1 year from now, you're able to see all of the change that you didn't know was happening in between from this point A to point B. And you can look back and you have a full just calendar of stuff that you've done that you didn't even think that you could ever do. And that's what I love. That's one of the things that I love about Orange Theory is that we do set those benchmarks and those trackers for you to really track and see what you're doing with yourself in that studio every single week, because it's tough.
Yeah, it is. And it's great. I love the group dynamic, and I love, you know, it's inevitable to like compete with the person rowing next to you or running next to you. You're like, I can run a little faster.
It's energy, and it's infectious. And that's what also drew me to Orange Theory. It's going on 2 years now. 2 years in July since I've been just full on with Orange Theory. But that energy of a class and everyone circulating around you, you can't get that anywhere else, you know, and it's infectious. And when you see someone else, like you said, rowing next to you, they're getting all these watts, they're rowing X amount of meters, it makes you go a little bit more, not in a competitive way, but just if they can, I can too.
Right.
And so that's what we're about, more than just getting the afterburn, but showing you that this person is able to do it, so can you.
Right.
So why not give a little bit more?
Tell us a little bit about how I know you said you've been there for 2 years. How did you get to Orange Theory? What led you down this path?
I honestly, I think it was truly like one of those God things. It came right into my lap. And it was something that when it came into my lap, I rejected it for a little while. And I said, okay. So it started back when I was in Mississippi. And there were 2 studios that I interviewed for. I ended up getting the coaching position, but my schedule was so busy at the time because I was working as a fitness specialist in a hospital, and I couldn't do it because the requirement at the time was that you needed to have 8 classes on your Orange Theory schedule to teach. And so I couldn't do it, although I was accepted as a coach, and I rejected it. And then months went by and it just kept coming back. I got an email, hey, you want to come and coach? Then I rejected it. Then I got another call, and it was like, hey, do you want to come and teach again? And I rejected it. And then it came back again the last time. And I said, okay, there's something to this. And because it keeps coming back. And so when I went and I actually did the coaching of a class, I said, wow, you know, this is something that when I saw all of the members running, rowing, and then demonstrating the weight floor, I said, this is something that I could do. And this may be something that will add to my value as a coach, as a professional, in giving to other people. So it started there. And then I ended up seeing an ad on, just scrolling on Facebook, and it was for Hallandale Beach. And I just like contacted our owner now, and we just got on the call, and it was just this wave that just drew me right into this area. And
Yeah.
so now I'm here almost 2 years later, and it's just been beautiful ever since.
Yeah.
It
Shout
has.
out to Kim.
Yeah, shout out to Kim if you are watching this. Thank you so much. But yeah, it started back there, and it's just been something that's helped me professionally to grow, and also to really show members how you can obtain results in a setting that is so much different than anywhere else, because everywhere else has like its own thing, but Orange Theory is like one that you can't find anywhere else right now. So
Yeah. Oh man, that's really cool.
yes.
Okay, so I have to ask because the people want to know.
You all right? What's up?
Outside of Orange Theory and training, all that stuff, what do you do?
Oh, so I do online training, online coaching, but I do commercials, and I also do some lifestyle modeling as well. There's an agency I work with, CGM. So there's a lot of shout outs on this call. Shout out to you. I do work with them, and I do commercials. I do lifestyle modeling, and some fitness as well. So you might see me out there on some kind of ad and like, wait, who's that guy? And it might be me. So, but yeah, I do that, and then just really enjoying just being alive and just being healthy and inspiring others with what I do to be well. So I try to incorporate that even into my professional setting with commercials or with doing lifestyle modeling as well, just to be the very best, the healthiest you can be, in hopes of bringing that intention across.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, sure.
yeah.
You do a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone helps. So, yeah.
So, like you were saying, the fitness industry has changed a lot. I think there's been a big wave of group classes over the last 5 years or so. Certain things that, have phased in and out over time. Where do you see the fitness industry sort of going in the next 5 years? And then what do you see for yourself in the next 5 years?
Wow. So I see fitness continuing to expand. Now, how it will expand is going to be the big question. I do see it continuing to grow. I see it as far as like the population. There won't be many people who don't have fitness as their foundation. Like I was saying, 15 years ago, it wasn't everyone's foundation. It was just a thing that people did and a thing that a lot of people didn't do. Now it's like it's becoming that thing that's helping people be the best that they can be. And it's a requirement if you're going to live your healthiest self. So over the next 5 years, I see it being 100% or close to 100% everyone's foundation to live from. And then for myself, I take it day by day. I really do. I don't really put like a plan on how life is going to work, but I do understand that there will be that motivating, that inspiring factor that is put into play for what I do. But I just try to follow that rhythm that life has thread for me. And I think under that rhythm, there will always be that place of being able to motivate people to be healthy and to really be well in whatever they do. So, yeah.
Yeah. So you see more market saturation for fitness.
Yeah. There's going to be a gym probably in every business for people to work out. There will be a meditation room. Like in San Francisco, you go to the airport, there's a meditation room. I can see that in every airport 5 years from now. Just really being mindful about being healthy because it's needed. I mean, to keep you grounded, it has kept me grounded for so long that there's no reason that it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's even an area people who don't work in either our collective sort of fitness healthcare field or big corporate America don't realize that like big companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, they are starting to put gyms, trainers, yoga instructors, chiropractors into their business for corporate wellness because now companies are starting to realize that that can, that might take 30 or 40 minutes out of their day, but they can be, you know, maybe 50% more productive. So it's a net win, you know, to incorporate that into their lives.
Right. And I think that'll happen too. There'll be even more positions for fitness professionals to get into. And it spans anywhere from the clinical setting all the way to the corporate setting to even being out on ships, even on airplanes. I think it'll be a thing. It'll be just all of these little agents of health and fitness just everywhere. And you can tap into it in whatever space you need. We're all online. So it'll just be a wide range of positions, definitely in the next 5 years, I think.
And let me ask you, since it's, you know, May 7th, 2020, we're currently amidst a global pandemic.
I know.
You know, for those of you watching this in the future, you know, what do you think this current situation, what kind of impact do you think it's going to have on the fitness community? Do you think we're going to see maybe more virtual stuff, maybe more people training at home? Do you think there are long-term implications from this pandemic?
Yeah, so I think that this is building a wave of something we haven't seen before, especially with the online community. I think people are going to now figure out, I don't have to leave my home if I want to stay in shape. I can use the space that I have. I can use my arms, my legs, my core in order to get what I need. And I can also call someone right here online and have them work out with me. I think business for a lot of business owners has just expanded. They can now reach millions who specifically want to work with that person or that business. And they can offer a class on Zoom. It's crazy. And so, so I think it'll expand. And now we have figured out that we're not confined to just the space we're in or the studio we're in down the block. We have the entire globe that we can now connect to just because of the internet and because of Facebook and Instagram and Zoom calls. And now we can increase our reputation across the board and help even more people.
Right.
I think that's a beautiful thing that this whole pandemic has brought, is that we can now reach more than just what we have in our front door.
There's no question that, like, I mean, here in South Florida, we're blessed, obviously, with the weather, but there's more people outside exercising than I've ever seen in, you know, right? So I think once things get back to more normal and gyms, we're probably going to see more of those people that weren't exercising before, that now have some more free time or getting outside and exercising more, might jump into a fitness community, whereas maybe before they were just kind of lost in the shuffle of life.
Correct.
And they never would have. So
and because what do we talk about? The foundation they've set in this time, maybe they're now going walking every single day, or maybe they are jumping on a Zoom call with their friend to do a workout. Maybe they are doing some type of training in their own space because they have nothing else to do and they want to be productive. Now, once this is over, they don't want to give all that up. So now they join a community and they keep that going. So I think it's unfortunate of what has caused all of this. There's still a beautiful thing coming out of it, I think. So, and that's one of them, is that we're building a foundation for something new, even in fitness and for those in the fitness community.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Felix, a couple last questions. I'm gonna have one, and Ivette will have one. So I know that you're a big reader. So give me what you're reading right now, and then give me a book recommendation for people that are watching or are going to watch this for them to read right now while they're at home.
So The Magic of Big Thinking by Dr. David Schwartz. And this is a book, I'm not reading it now, but I go over it every single year. It changes your mindset about thinking positive and really tapping into getting out of that negative space and seeing yourself as bigger than what you are currently. I love that book so much. What I'm reading right now is The Richest Man in Babylon. That book is really talking about financial health. And just like you have to take care of your body, you have to invest in your financial health as well. So I do recommend The Magic of Big Thinking by Dr. David Schwartz. And if you want to jump on The Richest Man in Babylon, feel free. Yeah, those two books would be great.
Yeah.
Definitely good. Good to tap into. What was the other question?
I have another question.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So we talked about, this being a really good time for people to start kind of getting active and start walking around and start doing things in their own home. What advice do you have for the people right now everybody's usually at their house. What advice do you have for those people to stay fit right now?
So, one thing, drink that water.
Yeah.
Plenty of water. Do not live on soda. Do not live on just juice or things with flavor. Get you good, clean water in your system. That's number one. And start to move, whether that's going up and down the stairs where you live, whether that's walking around the block, whether you're doing a block, say you have a block and you jog one strip, you walk the other, and then you jog the next. That's an example of interval training. So try doing that and just putting yourself in that space to where your body is able to just move. And then when you wake up in the morning, usually I just start rotating my shoulders. I start twisting my body, contorting it in different ways, just allowing it to move and just get into the feeling of exercise. That's going to help you get started.
Yeah.
Build a base, and then look at pushing yourself a little bit more, and then maybe you can look into tapping into hiring a coach. That'll help you get more strength, more cardiovascular strength built, and you go from there. But definitely drink your water, walk your block, run intervals on your block, and you've got a good foundation to work from. It doesn't have to be this thing where it's, I don't know what to do. All you have to do is move. And that can be bending. You can take 10 minutes out of your quarantine time. Stretch, reach up with your arms, touch your toes a couple different times, 10 reps, and then take a walk around the block. You've done your body so much good.
Yeah.
Start there. It's simple.
Yeah.
Hydrate and get that sleep.
Yeah.
This is the time to catch up on
Exactly.
sleep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Take your nap if you need
more
to.
sleep now than we had in a long time. So
That's
everyone's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a great reset time. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
Get that sleep.
All right, Felix, tell us where people can reach out to you. I don't know, are you currently taking on like virtual clients or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm working with a few online clients right now, and I have space for more if anyone's interested. But they can reach me at the email trainingwithfelix@gmail.com. I have an Orange Theory Instagram, OTFelix2, and I also have a training Instagram, Training with Felix, that you can reach as well. So those three platforms are the way that you can reach out to me. And if you're ever in Hallandale, come visit us at Orange Theory, Hallandale,
Free class
Hallandale Beach.
on Coach Felix.
Yes, I've got you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time today. We really appreciate it. I think, you have such a great outlook on life and training and health. I think it's very, very inspiring for a lot of people out there, and I'm really glad you shared it with us.
Thank you. Always. And I'll see y'all soon.
Yeah, we'll see you
Absolutely.
soon.
All right, guys.
Bye.
So this show will be on YouTube. It'll be on our YouTube channel. We'll also include Felix's information. Again, he's at OTF Hallandale. Hopefully things are reopening here, at the end of the month. We don't really know, but we are in South Florida, so sooner rather than later. If not, I know you guys are doing like virtual workouts on your Instagram and that sort of thing. So I know Orange Theory is taking good care of their people. And obviously reach out to Felix. You can see he's a very friendly, approachable guy. So, I'm sure he's happy to answer any of your questions or about coaching or anything like that.
Yeah.
Come on. Thank y'all. This was great.
Thank you, Felix.
Thank you, Felix.
Take care.